Yeah, let me go ahead and
I'm
get
looking. Oh,
screen 2. Yes, sir. Let me know if y'all can see the screen whenever I pop this up. Boom.
oh,
Yeah.
Good.
oh, fancy. We fancy.
Yes, sir. Hey, again, y'all go ahead and drop a like on this video because for one, we got Tyler J in the building. Anytime he's with us, you know it's gonna be something good. And then another like on top of it because I had to do all these graphics. It took me all weekend, but we're here. So yeah, man.
Oh,
First pick, nothing fancy. I think
oh yeah.
everybody's gonna
Oh,
pick Trevor. Uh
yeah. Yeah. This one.
yes, sir. Next one, number 2. I think this one's another no-brainer now since his
Okay. Yeah. Two
yeah.
for two. Okay.
Yeah,
There we
it
go.
gets after this pick, it gets kind of then we start getting into some differences.
Change this too because I know that's the most probable situation, but I didn't know what they were gonna do with Sam. So I was gonna say maybe they take the offensive tackle,
Hmm.
but I went ahead and said, nah, I think they'll go with Zach Wilson,
Yeah,
number 2.
I think a lot of people are jumping on his train now after his pro day, which is
I
what
think
Right.
usually happens.
in the last draft I had Jamar Chase being right there.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think the last or maybe not the last 2, but I know for sure maybe the last one was. 3. Here we go. I'm going with. Actually, we'll start off with Tyler. Let's go left to right. You got Trey Lance. Why is that?
I do have Trey Lance. I think with them moving up to 3, I think they did that for a reason. Obviously, I think Big R has the same mindset. I think they go quarterback. I think Trey Lance has the highest upside out of all the QBs that are going to be left. But yeah, I think with that number 3 pick, man, I think they moved up for a reason to get a QB. I don't think Jimmy's their guy for the future. I definitely think they're gonna go QB. It could be Fields, which I think you'll see in the next pick. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Trey Lance.
Really depends on who your how you value the quarterbacks here. But yeah, or you got Justin Fields going to
Yeah. I feel like the same reason like Tyler said, they moved up. So I think it was for like something definitely caught their eye and they were like, yeah, he won't be here later.
right. And
And I think it would be great to just spite the Falcons just a little bit.
I feel
Mm,
that. I think the reason I went with Penei Sewell on this pick really is because I think they moved up to 3 to get Wilson, but since he's not there, they're kind of like we just picked
right.
the best tackle. Like, I feel like they really wanted to get to 2 to get because they did it on the day of Zach Wilson's pro day, which made me believe that that's why they went there to get him. But Jets are ahead of you. You got to get ahead of the Jets to get your guy. But I could definitely see a quarterback. It does make sense. So they'll probably just settle for the third best quarterback in their eyes. So yeah,
If he's there, they're definitely taking. Yeah, they're definitely taking Zach Wilson. If he's there.
most definitely. 4, Tyler, you got Justin going right after.
Yep. I got the homie going back to Georgia. He was born there, started off in Georgia, then transferred. Yeah, I think Matt Ryan. I think this is going to be his last year with the Falcons because if they cut him next year, they save like $20 million. So I think with them picking 4, it's going to be kind of hard for them to pass up on a QB for the future.
Definitely.
Yeah, and are you all swap picks here? So you're going Trey Lance to the Falcons.
Trey Lance had a huge pro day, so somebody's definitely going to pick him in that
Yeah.
top 6 somewhere in there.
Yeah, I can see that. And I'm going Kyle Pitts. It's really not this isn't like a brainer move. I do feel like the Falcons are going quarterback, but Julio Jones is getting old, and you got a guy who runs a 4-3, plays tight end. I think he's that. Teams do this a lot when they're going through a rebuild. They don't want to go through a full rebuild, so they just draft the guy that's closest to their star guys. And I feel like Kyle Pitts he has a potential to be a Julio Jones-esque type player, and that's why they go ahead and grab him.
Definitely a weapon. He can play anywhere on the field. I like that too.
Right, and then I think the Falcons could probably still get a quarterback in the draft later rounds or whatever. But yeah, Kyle Pitts is a generational talent at 4. At 5, great minds think alike. This is probably the pick here if Penei Sewell's still on the board.
Yep. I'm breaking my quarterback streak. I got quarterback going the top 4 picks. So now I'm breaking that streak with the offensive tackle. You got to protect Joe Burrow. We saw what happened to him.
Right.
Yeah, if he's there, they got to take him away. Even if not, they probably got to go with the like Rashawn Slater or someone, which is I got the number 2 offensive tackle. But you got to protect your future, your star. So I definitely think they got to go with this pick
for sure. And I'm going Jamar Chase because I feel like in most of my mock drafts, like he doesn't get past this point. And I think Penei Sewell's value is a lot higher than 5'2". So,
right.
And I feel like if Jamar can end up back with Joe Burrow, that's probably ideal for him. And I just seen a report on my phone that showed that the Eagles actually traded their 6th pick because they believed that the Bengals are going Jamar Chase, and that's who they wanted. So they said, well, what's the point of drafting at 6 if he's not going to be there? We'll trade.
Right.
So that's interesting. Now that Eagles don't have the 6th pick, that leaves the Dolphins at the board at 6.
Right. And this is where I have Jamar Chase going to the Dolphins to get a weapon for Tua. I don't think Devontae Parker is the guy that they want him to be as far as the number 1.
Right.
They did pick up. Who did they pick up? Didn't they pick up a receiver? They got Will Fuller, yeah.
Right. Well,
so they got a guy, but I think they need that weapon if Tua is going to reach his full potential. I think their offensive line is decent. I don't really remember, but I think you got to give him a weapon. I think all of us agree, with getting him some type of weapon.
Yeah, he definitely. They don't even Will Fuller isn't a number 1, like you said. Jamar Chase has that potential. Kyle Pitts has that potential, and Devontae Smith. All 3 guys have that superstar potential. And you probably went with Pitts because that's what they traded to that spot for, right? Like you think that maybe.
Yeah, I believe they definitely. I feel like all 3 of us could be right here. Like no matter what, they're getting something for Tua.
Yeah,
I didn't know that Will Fuller though. That's a lot of speed right there too.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I'm curious to see like where Devontae Smith goes and like how teams value him because we've seen last year CeeDee Lamb dropped to 20, I think, on the Cowboys, somewhere in that range, and
somewhere, late.
And it's very interesting because just depends on how teams see that player and how they value those players. So moving on. And yeah, this is one of those picks where me and Tyler, we just had the same idea. I feel like receivers are going to start coming off the board pretty quickly, right after those quarterbacks do.
Yeah, you got to replace Kenny Galladay, and I think Jalen Waddle's probably one of my favorite players in the draft just because of his speed and his ability to get to stretch the field and everything. I think they're going to need someone like that because they lost Marvin Jones too, right?
Right. Yep. Both guys are out of Detroit right now.
They definitely need a weapon. Jamar Chase would be another good one, but yeah, for me, I think Jalen Waddle would be a great fit for them.
Yeah, and if Detroit can get Jamar Chase at 7, that's that fell right into the lap, honestly.
And there, I ain't gonna, with Waddle right there, I was like, I feel like Waddle be perfect, bro. You just kind of have to.
Yeah,
which I think he makes it that far, but still, if he does.
Honestly, I could see a Jalen Waddle falling because of his injury history in the past. I could see that, and then a lot of teams might look at him as like a punt returner or something, kind of like how the Eagles, we went after Rager, and he was more of a special teams guy. But no, Waddle's definitely a full package. I just wonder where teams value his skill set.
Right.
8, my dad's team. Tyler, you got Kyle Pitts going here.
Yeah, finally, I got Kyle Pitts coming off the board. If they put him at tight end, that's what they need. They need a tight end for sure. And obviously, you could put him out wide. They still have Dave Moore out there. I think they lost Curtis Samuel. Anderson too. I think they lost Curtis Samuel. Yeah, Washington. So yeah, I definitely think this would be a good spot for him.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of teams could use a Kyle Pitts. He's very he's going to be good to any offense he gets on. And if McCaffrey can stay healthy, it's a nice little combo they have there, depending on who they go for at quarterback. And you got Rashawn Slater. This is probably. See, I've seen people saying that Samuel Cosme is probably their second offensive tackle. I think Rashawn Slater would be my number 2 guy, and big odds picking.
I put him there, just for protection. Like I feel like right now. Now, don't get it twisted. If Fields is still there, then I feel like that'd be a perfect pick for them. Mm-hmm. But like mine, he's already gone. So I feel like right here, like, hey, let's get the best for your buck. Yeah. And then with Samuel I forgot how to say his last name.
Cosme. I think it's how you say it.
Yeah. I felt like for the longest he was like my number 1, number 2 right there besides Sewell.
Panay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Of course he's the number 1, but I felt like Cosme was my number 2. I just on everybody's boards, bro, he's been dropping and so it's like
I think the opt-out kind of hurts his draft value, and that's why you see a lot of people mocking him low, but I wouldn't really be surprised if a team does pick him up like in like between 1 and 10.
I wouldn't be shocked either.
9.
Ooh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Both you guys are going Mac Jones. We're all going Alabama here. So Denver, you might have to go look at some Alabama tape.
I give Tyler all the credit to this pick. I saw it there and was like, you know what? It fits, and we still get Patrick. So you know what I'm saying? Like, let's jump with it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have a mock draft where Denver doesn't pick Patrick Surtain. I mean, hey, look, I really do think Dallas needs to jump a pick to get him. I mean, unless they just so sold on Drew Lock, they do go with Mac Jones. It wouldn't surprise me.
Right. And I was going to go Surtain here too, but they've addressed it with Kyle Fuller and Darby. So I was like, maybe they did that for a reason. I don't think Drew Lock is the future. I think that's been proven. I don't think he's the future franchise. And, Mac Jones, I think with this being a quarterback heavy draft and a receiver heavy draft too, but I know it's kind of high, but I think he does have the potential to be great. Yeah. So at number 9, I know it's kind of a reach right now, but I think it'd be a good pick. I really do.
Yeah, I like Mac Jones. I think his skill set's very NFL ready. He's a good pocket quarterback. He's got accuracy. He could throw the ball deep
there too.
Right. Then they have guys, Jerry Jeudy. What's the guy from the Penn State wide receiver they got too? Yeah. They got some pieces. So yeah, Mac Jones definitely fits here. I just have to pick on Cowboy fans picking Patrick Surtain because I know that's their guy. And number 10. And see, I'm not even gonna say J.C. Horn's a reach. I think he is probably my number 2 guy right now at the corner spot, and definitely Cowboys need secondary. So I had to be a little unbiased here and help them out.
Right. Have they even done anything in free agency? I've heard nothing from them.
Probably like some re-signs. Eagles don't have money to do much of anything either. So I think the Giants, if we're on the NFC East talk, I'll just say this. I think the Giants had a good free agency. I think Washington had a probably even better one. But the Giants paid way too much for what they got.
They got Keanu Neal. That was who they got.
Yeah, Keanu.
We grabbed Neal and the other safety.
Oh yeah, it was 2 Falcon safeties, right? Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like the only team we did beat last year, like let's go grab their pieces.
Yeah. Hey, Keanu Neal's good.
Yeah, Keanu Neal's a beast. Barring injury, he's a monster.
Right. And then now Rashawn Slater pops up for Tyler going to the G-Man. So protect Daniel Jones, huh? They're not going to give up on him?
No, I don't think yet. I think the healthy Saquon, they brought in Kenny Galladay. I think last year, after losing Bell, it was kind of it took that, the offense took a big hit, but they got Kyle Rudolph coming in. So he's got there's really no excuse this year. Like he's got weapons. If Sterling Shepard is healthy, I think he's a good slot guy. You give him the protection. They took an offensive tackle last year with their first pick, Andrew Thomas. He didn't really pan out, but maybe he improves this year and they can have 2 solid offensive tackles to protect them.
Right. And they've been building in the draft a little bit, so I could see it's very realistic now. Micah Parsons coming off the board here
That'd be a good one.
for the G-Man. And or what? So this is kind of like a scrub to us because now that we're at 12, I want Micah Parsons. So this would hurt. This would hurt
That's
me.
a little bit with the pick, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really did go for a reach here just off of like pro day biasy because I think they're going to look at Oweh's tape and be like, oh, wow, this guy runs a 4.3. Put him on the end. You know, they just re-signed some of their defensive line pieces. Get some young guys out there. And I say reach because this is probably way ahead of his draft stock. But the Giants tend to do that. Look at Daniel Jones. He wasn't even like, what did I pick? The 6th, 7th pick, and he wasn't even like that quarterback at the time. So
Right.
they have a tendency to do so, and I feel like they'll probably take a risk on a guy like him. At 12, Eagles. Both
there you
guys.
go.
Hey, I would love a Devontae Smith here, but I don't know if that's possible.
All three of him. Every draft we so far, I got him going right here. I don't know why. It just feels like
the connection with him and Hurt. I think him and Hurts do have a good relationship. That'd be really that'd be awesome if we can get him. He is a little bit undersized. Yeah. It would be nice, but I'm going Micah Parsons. I think we don't draft or value linebacker, and now's the time. If he's there at 12, you get a Micah Parsons, and I think we need to draft defense. Our offense could use help, but we're starting to get old on the defensive side of the ball, and I don't like that. So
that's your team. You know better than us.
Yeah, I hope Howie Roseman can hear me because if he drafts anything other than Devontae Smith or Michael Parsons, we might have some problems.
Not happy,
yeah. 13 here, LA Chargers. Hopefully my wife doesn't feel bad about me drafting a tackle here, but she probably would like a Jalen Waddle.
Hey, I did drafted a tackle too.
Yeah, Christian Darrisaw.
Yeah.
A lot of good offensive tackles in this draft class. Probably going to come all out in the first round for sure.
I'm just huge on protecting these future guys, man. We got Herbert.
Yeah.
You know, that's the guy. You know, he's definitely the future of that franchise. And, you know, you got to protect them. So even if Rashawn Slater falls or Tevin Jenkins below that, or even Sam Cosmi, you know, one of those guys could be used to protect, you know, future. So no injuries, you know.
Mm-hmm. Even Liam Etchenberg, I think he's a good offensive tackle. And you got a good couple inside guys as well. And also, disclaimer: if I did put offensive tackle as their position and they're not their interior, excuse me, I'm sorry. I need to do a little more research. Okay.
No.
14, man. So the Vikings picking at 14. J.C. Horn for you, Tyler.
Is that who I had?
I think so. I hope so.
Let
me see. I think so. No, you had Elijah Vera Tucker. Never mind. Where did J.C. Horn go then? Next pick in New England.
Yeah,
this might be bad. Hold on. Okay, yeah. See, this might be all wrong. Okay, well, you have Elijah Vera Tucker here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so me and you had the same pick.
Y'all did?
Yeah, we both have the same one. You got Gregory Rousseau going here as well, edge rusher from Miami.
The only reason I put him there is, you know, I feel like their offense could be okay, especially like barring injury. If everybody's healthy, I feel like they have an okay offense. I feel like they need to get back to being the purple people eaters. You know what I mean?
Right. Their defense is lacking. I see that. I don't really know why. Maybe Tyler can explain why he went tackle here. I think I went tackle more because I don't think Cousins is going to have very many years left. And last year it showed that they weren't able to get the ball down the field like they would like to with Jefferson and those young guys. So even running the ball wasn't the same. They need to get the run game back to going. Because they have a premier guy in Dalvin Cook who needs to get his legs back underneath him. So
And I think all they've addressed in free agency is pretty much defense. So I think, yeah, with Patrick Peterson's there now, Dalvin Tomlinson, you know, I think they're gonna go with they took a receiver last year, so I think they're good on that end. So I think they definitely go with the line.
Yeah,
Try to a little bit.
Most definitely. They could probably draft a quarterback here, but
Yeah.
If one falls, I have one falling. Now you have
this is JC, right?
Right, and so does Big R. I think I'm hoping because I don't want to get them mixed up unless you have Caleb Farley.
No, I think I went JC Horn right here as well.
Okay, cool. So I wasn't too off. I picked Mac Jones. But yeah, so you have JC Horn. Both of you guys have JC Horn, and that's crazy because last draft we had Caleb Farley going as our number two cornerback, and now JC Horn is the number 2 guy. Right. And then Mac Jones if you give Bill Belichick Mac Jones, it's like, cool, we ain't got to re-sign Cam if he does bad, we let Mac Jones play. There you go.
I think Denver taking with where I had him, I think he definitely falls right there. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, at 9 with the Broncos.
Yep. I definitely think that'd be a good pick. There we go.
Now we're back on track. Here you have Caleb Farley. You guys both have Caleb Farley. This is a 3 CB off y'all's board. I think Caleb falls a little bit more since all these pro days have happened. And I did mock Najee in my first draft. I don't remember who I gave him in the second, but I got him going here. And
this is a straight up Patrick Peterson replacement. I think they're going to be super weak on the outside now. So
right, and I think I didn't pick a corner because they got Malcolm Butler, which I don't know if that makes any difference. But you pair Malcolm and you get a Caleb Farley, then you're looking pretty good in the secondary.
Right.
17. Here we go. Tevin Jenkins for Oklahoma State, and we all went offensive line here with the Raiders.
Right. The line is it's really bad.
It's kind of crazy. We don't know what they're going to do with Derek Carr either. So, it's very interesting pick for the Raiders to see where they go. I'm not sure how their free agency went.
It's crazy because a few years ago they had like the best offensive line. Now they pretty much lost everybody, or everybody's getting super old. So I think they definitely have to go with the offensive line here. I already had Rashawn Slater or Christian Darrisaw go to the Chargers. Yeah, this is my fourth tackle off the board right here.
Right.
I think this is going to be a huge year for tackles in the first round.
Yeah, it could be because there's so many teams that need offensive linemen, and then like Tyler said, it seems like this year we got a bunch of young quarterbacks starting, and then you want to protect those assets in the future because most of them are first round picks and they cost a lot of money.